So did you eat the food at your apartment? And by you, I mean you and Miss Jackson.
Yes, we ate at my apartment.
Okay. Anything unusual about the food?
No,
Was it good?
it tastes pretty good, yeah. Nothing unusual.
So, does Miss Jackson then leave your presence?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did you do after Miss Jackson left?
After she leaves, I carry on with my evening. I get dressed. After I get dressed, I go to my friend's apartment to meet them there. And that's where, yeah.
Okay. So, while you're at your friend's apartment, were these also fellow students? Or
Graduates. Yeah, they were graduates.
So, while you were there, does anything unusual occur?
At that point, I get a phone call, a very frantic phone call from Najah, pretty much, panicking. I can tell she's in distress. She's crying a little bit, and I'm trying to ask her what's going on, and all I can really get out of her is like, is something wrong with Jade? There's something wrong with Jade. There's something wrong with Jade.
And were you able to comprehend what was wrong, or?
At the time, no, but I think as I kind of maybe got her to calm down, or she calms herself down, she ends up telling me that like Jade.
Okay, I'll sustain the objection.
So she's frantic, calms down, is able to communicate with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what, if anything, did you do based on that communication?
At that point, I'm on the phone, and now that things have been clarified as to what's going on, she lets me know that Jade wants.
Okay, his question was basically what you do next.
What do? I stay on the phone.
Okay. And who, if anyone, was on the phone?
Najah, I think I get merged with Jade.
Yes. And so it's then a three-way.
Three-way conversation.
Were you able to hear the voice of Miss Benning?
Able to hear the voice to make out what was being said? No.
And what, if anything, did you describe the voice you heard of Miss Benning's?
Soft, faint, not within the same coherence of the voice that I had previously just heard an hour ago. It was like we discussed earlier, just the fact that it seemed like she was in distress.
How long did that three-way call last that you were on?
No more than 2 minutes at that point. I think the call might have dropped or something of that nature.
So to say, did you hang up or?
No, I didn't hang up. She was no longer on the phone with me after 2 minutes.
Before you say this, did you have any idea at that time what was going on?
No, I didn't have any idea as to what was going on. Just there was two people I knew in distress.
Did you call 911 or?
No.
And why not? What you told them?
I really don't know what I would have been telling them to do had I called 911. I didn't really know the severity of the situation.
The call drops.
Mm-hmm.
You and Miss Jackson are at separate locations. I take it.
Yes, sir.
What, if anything, did you do after the call dropped?
After the call drops, I believe I give Najah a call back, just trying to confirm what's going on. She tells me that she thinks.
Listen, you don't have to say what she believed, but did you have a conversation with her?
I did.
Okay. And following that conversation, what, if anything, did you do?
I carry on with my night.
Right. At that time, did you have any idea if there's anything that you could do or needed to do?
No, except be there for support.
Well, I'm going to get to that part. I'm talking about when you've finished the call, did you learn that you might be needed to go somewhere for support?
Yes. After that call, the second call we're speaking of right now, yes. At that point, I knew I might be needed somewhere later in the evening for support.
And did that in fact turn out to be true?
It did indeed turn out to be true.
And where did you go?
Vanderbilt Hospital.
And Ms. Slade, why did you go there?
Because at this point, I had learned the severity of the situation that was occurring with Ms. Benning.
And that you would have been one of the last people to see her?
Or speak with her, yes.
To speak with her?
Both, yes.
When you arrived at the hospital, where did you go?
I pull up and park right in front of the ambulance dock at Vanderbilt, and I was instructed to park in the garage that is right across the walkway.
Who, if anyone, did you see there that you recognized?
At that point in time, I don't believe there was anyone outside that I knew, but I did eventually go and meet with Najah.
And where was Miss Jackson when you first saw her at the hospital?
Either coming down the stairs in the lobby. If I can recall, more so like the lobby, the main area, right inside of the emergency room.
Do you recall approximately what time it would have been when you arrived at Vanderbilt?
In between 12:45 and 1:30 a.m.
At any time while you were there, did you see the gentleman that you had met earlier in the evening, Mr.
No.
Taylor?
Didn't see him at all.
Did you, or were you allowed to see Miss Benning at the hospital that night?
That night, no. I did not see Miss Benning that night.
Did you see or speak to any police officers that night?
No.
As the days went on, did you go back to the hospital?
Yes, I went back to the hospital, I believe the next day when the family and friends arrived, again for support, and just because at this point, like I said, the severity of the situation. And then I believe I went back a final time for her birthday.
Was that a larger family gathering?
That was the day that it was decided that the plug was going to be pulled.
Since that night, evening, when you left the apartment, have you seen or spoken to Mr. Taylor again?
No.
What I was getting around to is being personally in the presence of Mr. Taylor, that's not occurred, has it?
No.
Okay. As far as, ask about phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
Were there any telephone or cell phone communications where you were involved that Mr. Taylor was on the line?
I believe on 2 instances, the night that, things transpired on February 25th.
Yeah. Okay. And that's what I was getting around to. Those conversations, how did that work? Let's talk about the first one.
So the first one was that initial phone call when I was told that, something was going on, I get on the phone with Mr. Taylor and I simply just ask him, like, yo, what's going on? Like, is everything good? Like, please tell me you didn't, something didn't happen in that, at the house. And he answers me and says that, no, nothing happened. He doesn't know what's going on.
And you describe Ms. Jackson's tone of voice, and what was Mr. Taylor's tone?
I could sense a little bit of panic in his voice, kind of just, I don't know what type of panic, but there was some sort of like panic in his voice.
Now, was there a second communication?
Yes, so
Mr. Taylor?
the second line of communications happens while I'm at my friend's house. I think Najah calls me back, and I can hear her and Mr. Taylor going back and forth with each other. This is now currently while they're at the hospital. Again, I'm not there, but I'm at my friend's. And I hear them going back and forth with each other. I think she's telling him, like, stay away from her, X, Y, and Z. And so I ask her at that point, like, put him on the phone. And when he gets on the phone, I ask him again, I'm like, yo, listen, like, please tell me you didn't do something to that girl. And he again states that he didn't. He doesn't know what's going on. I again reiterate that question and say, bro, please tell me, like, you didn't do anything to the girl. And again, his word is that he doesn't know what's going on. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything to her. He swears on it.
And what was his tone or demeanor?
Again, like there seems like a little bit of uncertain panic that's going on in his undertone. Like I said, I'm no detective or anything, but like I said, I feel like there was some sort of panic that was perhaps in his voice.
And is that the extent in the final conversation that you had with Mr. Taylor?
That would have been the last time I spoke with him, yes, sir.
Whatever it is, you and Ms. Jackson are still in school together, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you know any of Ms. Benning's family or relatives prior to seeing them there at the hospital?
No, just heard of them, word of mouth, but I never met them or anything like that.
Those are my questions, right?
Questions on behalf of Mr. Taylor.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Ed Jointer. People just call me Ed. I'm going to be asking you a few questions. If at any time you don't understand, please let me know and I'll try to rephrase.
Gotcha.
Mr. Jones, when you were talking to the state, you said you came to the Nashville area for school, correct?
Yes, sir.
Where did you come from? What state?
Came here from Ohio.
That's where you were born and raised at?
Yes, sir.
And just I want to clear up a few things. You also said that you began Meharry Medical School in the fall of 23?
Well, I was in the online master's program in 2022, and I started actual campus classes fall of 2023. Yes, dental school in fall of 2023.
So, fall of 2023 will begin when?
We actually have a MAPS program that begins in about this time. Actually, orientation was just yesterday. But actual on-campus classes start the first week of August.
The first week of August. So, the the incident that we're here for is February of 2023, correct?
20. Yeah.
So in February of 2023, where are you in terms of your enrollment? Are you online? What's the deal there?
In February of 2023, I would have been in person on campus, a dental student at that point in time.
Okay. And there you met and knew Miss Najah Jackson,
Yes.
and you all were friends.
Yes.
And so I want to talk to you about before you went over Miss Benning's house.
Okay.
You stated on direct examination that you had planned to go out that evening with your friends.
Yes, sir.
And at some point, you were invited by Miss Jackson to go to Mrs. Benning's house.
Yes, sir.
And you also knew that Blaise Taylor would be at Mrs. Benning's house.
Yes, sir. I believe so.
And so, did you have any reservations about going on a date to Mrs. Benning's house and Blaise was going to be there? Did you feel like you were intruding is my question.
I do. I can't say at the time. I think, it was more so I knew that they were going to be having like I guess, couples night. So I'd say it was okay, like they could have their time together. But I was told that Jade wanted us to come.
Right. Was it going to be like a double dating situation?
No.
What was your purpose of going there?
Because I had been given the invite to come get food as well.
And so, did you plan to stay long?
No.
So, you were going to get some food and then leave?
Mm-hmm.
1 second. Can I have State's Exhibit 1A, 1B? Commissioner Publishon?
Yeah, it should be coming up there.
All right. So you talked about going over Miss Benning's house. Does this look like Miss Benning's house as it was in February of 2023?
No, not as it was as February 2023. No, sir.
This is not her apartment?
No, this is her apartment.
Okay. And that's what I'm asking. I'm asking you, is this the apartment that you were at?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. And so you all go over there, and there was some talks about Blaise's demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
And by all accounts, you described him as normal.
Normal, yes, sir.
Nothing was alarming about him.
The only thing that was alarming, like I can attest to, is a comment about painting a black hole. It's the only thing that stood out to me.
I agree. Let's talk about that. You see this? Can you draw a circle around that image right there for me? If you touch your screen, it'll put a circle around it. Do you know what that is?
I can't tell you what it is, no.
That's a painting. Is it not?
I can tell you it's a painting, yes, sir.
Does it look like an ominous black hole?
I don't know what it looks like.
Do you know what a black hole looks like?
Dark, kind of how this looks, a little dark as well.
You want to point your, can you draw a smaller hole within inside of that hole? Mr. Jones, is that a dark hole?
It's a white circle.
My question is that a dark hole?
No, sir.
One other thing.
They're gonna clear that,
Okay.
unless you want it still up.
Thanks. Thank you. The state had asked you who was present there. And in this photograph, we see two people here in this point. You see those two individuals there?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see those two individuals there?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Were they present when you came?
No, sir.
So, at some point, you and Ms. Jackson get your food and you all leave, correct?
Yes, sir.
And where do you go again?
To my house?
And does Ms. Jackson accompany you there?
Yes, sir.
And about how long does she stay there?
As I've stated already, probably about an hour max. I think 40 minutes to an hour.
And how do you, if you remember, how far do you live away from Mrs. Benning?
At most 12 minutes, if you put it in maps.
Okay. So, from Ms. Benning's house, you go back to your house, correct?
Yes.
You stay there about an hour.
Yes, sir.
You eat the food.
Eat the food.
It's delicious.
Yes.
And then at some point, Ms. Jackson leaves.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us how long was she gone before you received a call from her?
I can't really recall.
Do you remember feeling like it was quick? Damn, she just left?
I think it was probably about, again, like 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay. So, she calls you. And when she calls you, you describe her as being in a panic.
Yes, sir.
And as a result of her calling you, you get on a three-way call with Miss Benning.
Yes, sir.
And so now it's you, Jade, and Najah on a three-way call.
Yes, sir.
And you're not able to make out anything that Jade is saying.
Like I said, it just sounded distressed. I believe she might have like maybe said my name or like that she needed help or something of that nature.
Oh. So you heard that when you were on the call?
I need you to reiterate that.
I'll rephrase it, no problem.
Yes, sir.
When you were on direct examination with the state, you talked about when you were on a three-way call, it was you, Najah, and Miss Benning.
Yes,
correct?
sir. Yes, sir.
And when you were on direct examination with the state, you said how you could not ascertain what Miss Benning was saying, correct?
It was very slurred.
And now on direct examination, you're saying she was saying your name, Keith?
I can't tell you what she was saying.
So which one is correct? Did she say something audible that you could understand, or did she?
It was very muffled. It was very muffled. So no, it wasn't too clear what she was saying.
Okay. But just to be clear, the original call from Najah, you felt that she was in distress and a panic. Najah, correct? When
Yeah.
she first called you.
You're asking me was Najah in a panic?
Yes, that's how you described it, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And so, as a result of you experiencing that distress phone call from Najah, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then being on a three-way call with Najah as well as Miss Benning, correct?
Yes, sir.
What you did after that was continue on with your day, correct?
Yes, sir.
You said you went out, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you change your clothes
At what point in the night?
after the call? And when you got back home,
Yes, sir.
did you change your clothes when you first got back home?
To go out? Yes, sir.
Do you remember what you changed into?
Nah, I couldn't tell you.
So, at some point, while being out, you said you received another call or you made a call?
I can't recall. I just know I was on the phone at some point, me being out.
Okay. And as a result of you being on the phone, while you were out, you said you went to Vanderbilt Hospital.
After me being out, yes.
Right, because regardless of what you heard earlier, you still went out with your plans, correct?
Yes, sir.
And while you were out, you got another call. And that call led you to go to Vanderbilt Hospital, correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, did you get a visitor's pass that night?
I don't know. I can't recall.
Well, tell the jury, what did you do after you got at Vanderbilt?